Hello, what is up beautiful people, it's me Aenish, and in this video I'm going to be sharing my automation ideas of Google Sheets to Notion. So what I'm going to be doing in this video is simply just trying to import the data of Excel sheets or Google Sheet and notify me if that is greater than something value, and it gives me notifications, or it just update, it just filters the thing in Notion so that I can review that thing and I can just get worked onto that thing. So the work is simply, in this project I'm going to be playing with this data of my YouTube channel of all the video that I have published, and basically the performance of the video. I just want to play with that thing, and I just want to get notified if the impression click-through rate is less than 5. I guess for content creators this click-through rate is very important, so that you can get more impressions from this click-through rate. If it is greater than 5%, then it is highly that you have high percentage of getting probability of getting to more peoples, and if this is less than 5%, then you are gonna get these impressions less than to less people. So this is of data of last 28 days, so you don't get messed up with this impression click-through rate of my this data. So that is thing, and if that is to lifetime, then it is gonna be impression click-through rate is gonna be surely increase or decrease. I'm just trying to get the data of last 20 days and just try to do some playing with that thing. So if that is less than 5%, then the Notion thing, it is gonna say me, hey, this is less than 5%, so you have to work on that thing. So basically I just want to create that some sort of ideas, automation ideas. Yeah, to be honest, it's not completely automated. I wanted to do something, but it turned out something. So this is not purely a good Notion automation. So, but I'm gonna share it anyways, because this is an internet and I can share whatever I want, and it might help many of the people to just get work onto this thing and make it a better version than myself. So I'm just gonna be hoping for that. So you can basically get this data by clicking this download button, and you can simply export into the Google Sheets, Excel sheets, whatever you prefer. So from column A to H, you are just gonna get this data from YouTube, and I have added some more columns so that I can just play with Notion thing, because yeah, also this is not an purely pretty, so I have to deal with whatever I have right now. So because this is one day project, so this data is already pre-filled by this YouTube. So, and if I want to get, I'm concerned with this column. So if this column is less than 5%, then I want to say to Notion that give me the data which is less than 5%. Because if the click-through rate is less than 5%, then it means that my YouTube thumbnail or YouTube title is probably bad, so that it is not recommending. So YouTube isn't recommending to many of the people, because it is short of like algorithm for YouTube to have. Is simply you can understand by, if you have video that is having a impression click-through rate of greater than 5%, and your average duration is more than 50%, then you are probably gonna get more traffic, and that's how YouTube recommends to many of the people. In this automation idea, I want YouTube data to auto read that impression click-through rate, and if that impression click-through rate is less than 5%, then I want that data to notify my Notion database so that I can know which video is less than 5%, and I have to work to that video. So I don't know if that makes sense or not, but I'm just playing with this thing. So the bridge communicating with the Excel sheets and the Notion sheet is by help of Integromat. This automation is very much great, and it is pretty much cooler, and because it is basically free for some uses, operation and data uses. So I prefer this Integromat, and I have been playing with this Integromat for a very long period of time, which I recommend if you are pretty beginner to this thing, because it just gives more of sort of like mind map thing, so that you can give a logic and run a project. So if you have no experience in the coding, then Integromat is best for you, because it just gives you the idea of creating and just building the things with a more logical way by some modules of this Integromat functions, or whatever you can call. So I'm just gonna use this Integromat, and I'm just gonna show what I've done. So the thing is, when the data from this, so the data is all in this Google Sheets. So you just have to connect this thing, you just have to add the data. If you are so if you want to create like this type of scenario, then you just have to create an interconnection in this Google Sheets, and just select your spreadsheets and select the sheet number or sheet ID, and if your table contains address and years and column is A to Z, and here is the main thing. So if impression is less than 5%, I want this thing to run. I don't want this thing to run every time. I want this thing to run every once a month, so that I can be more, I don't know if that I don't know, I can make it run always also, but I'm just gonna make it run once a month, because I don't want all the time to just get notified with all those data. Let's say, but okay, let's do like this. I want this thing to run every day so that I can get the data, but there is some problem. The problem is this data is not a dynamic data. So I have a problem, because if I update this data, then only the function or this Integromat function works pretty good, pretty flawlessly it works. But this data isn't a static one, so I have to always update this data, which I am pretty lazy to do. So I'm just gonna make it run every once 28 days. But if you can figure out this data to get dynamically loaded, then that will be pretty good. You can always update the data every day, so that you can know every day which video is performing of what basis, and on what video you can change your video thumbnail or YouTube titles. That will be pretty awesome. So, but I don't know how to get this data dynamically, so I'm just gonna be stuck with this static data and run this thing every once a month, and I'm just gonna download another data of after 28 days, and just gonna put in this thing and just make Integromat to run that function again, and I can work onto that function. So the best thing is this data to be dynamic, which I'm also trying to figure it out, but I haven't pretty much figured it out, so I have to deal with this thing. And also I'm sharing to the internet so that I can get help from many of the people, so that I can get my I can make this integration much more reliable and much more better if you guys have any experience with this thing. So that's gonna be helpful for us, and that's gonna be a win-win situation for us. So and I'm just gonna do this sort order by ascending, and I'm just gonna click OK, and I'm just gonna I will be linking this Google Sheets data with the Notion. So I have simply added a Notion database of my account and this all thing, and I have prepared 4 or 5, I forgot, but URL thing doesn't works in this thing. No URL, no, but the files and media thing doesn't works in this database, because I don't know, files and media cannot be transferred to this thing. I don't know why is that, but it is what it is. That yeah, I just put this video title from this Google Sheet and URL to the column, and if I want that to be review, if that is less than 5%, I want that to be review, and after I review that thing, then I'm just gonna put that thing over to done section, and I just want video section to be impression click-through rate, and I just want to append a page. Yeah, basically you can append a page or not, but it is just your preference of the choice, because I just want it to be pretty much I'm just playing with this thing, so you can skip this append this page content or not, because it is not much more that of thing, to be honest, because it just adds your data to that page. So I have pretty much put the URL href, and yeah, it is like this type of stuff. Content is video title and link is URL. The content will be hyperlinked to that URL, and yeah, basically that is that thing. But you can skip this part, you can just create this only 2 part, and you are basically will be fine. And the thing it works is, so let's say I have this data, so basically I have put a conditional formatting in this section also, because I want to get double checked verified. So that is the thing why I put the conditional formatting. You can put conditional formatting by clicking like this conditional formatting section, and if that range is greater than 5%, then put this formatting style as a blue, as a green, and if that value is less than 5, then you can put this value as a red, and it will do the job. And so impression click-through rate of less than 5% is very there are many numbers which is less than 5%, less than 5%. So I'm just gonna get more data uses of that Integromat. So also I will do it. So in this page, update page, it's gonna be updated of the data of the YouTube video that is less than 5%. So so let's try this thing. So if I started this thing, it's gonna be loading and it's gonna be filtering that less than 5% data to my Notion and to the another page. Okay, so there is a problem. What is the problem? Validation failed for meta missing value of required parameter. Oh, I think I changed something over here. Okay, video title, name, and okay, video title is missing. Video title is missing. Like this, delete like the same, and video title again. URL. Okay, let's check. Okay, let's check again. Okay, it's not working. Validation failed for one parameter. Missing value of required parameter name. Missing value of required parameter A. Okay, video B isn't showing over here. Video B isn't getting recognized by this Google Sheets. Okay. Identify column option tutorial custom making video. Okay, it's showing me error because the first thing in that video title is empty. Let me check. Yeah, this first thing in this video title is empty, so I have to change that value and it's gonna work pretty fine. Okay, I'm just gonna be changing that value now. And I have a header. Yes, I have a header, and I just want that to start from, let's order by video title, and the column is I can do that thing, but okay, here is the problem, because the problem is in here. This value is being recognized, but the video title isn't being given by that thing. So okay, there is a problem over here. Sorry for that. Sorry for that. I don't want to change anything over here. I just want to change the value from which that filter gives me, which is impression click-through rate. I have to delete this thing, and it will run probably. Yeah, it will run. Okay, let's run this thing. Yeah, basically it will run. It will simply search this impression click-through rate, which is less than 5%. Then it's gonna be popping into this Notion thing, which is like this. It is gonna be popping that data if that impression click-through rate is less than 5%, on which I have to figure it out of what I can change for that thing. And I will be changing that thing for the review process, because I want to increase some click-through rate percentage, obviously, because I have made that content and I want that content to be seen by many of the people. And yeah, I have to change something of like this type of video titles or something like that, of video thumbnails, or I just have to create better content if that is the thing. And yeah, it has done its job, I guess. Yeah, it has given me 26 data of this read number of cells. So I have to be changing all the titles and the video title thumbnails of the 26 data, because it isn't performing well. So I have to change the title and the video thumbnail. And yes, so I've done this. So I've done something extra in this thing is that I've given the URL section, and I want to see. So let's say I have to change this November monthly fair base. So I want to see, and so let's say I want to change the video title The video title is obviously this November monthly favorites 2020. I can change that thing, or I can change the video thumbnail. So I have put some effort in making this video URL thing over some Notion thing, and this is Notion. This is column, in this column section. So if I press this, then it's gonna pop me the thumbnail. So I can see this is the thumbnail of that video, which I have to change because it is 2.94% of click-through rate, which is obviously not that good. So I have to change that thumbnail. And if I see, let's say, okay, 0.65% is, I have to see what does it looks like. Then I can simply click this and see, okay, this is the thing that it looks like. And if it is, okay, let's say cool Notion widgets, no, not okay, cost effective making video, it is 7.79% and click-through rate is this, and I want to see what does its thumbnails look like. So I can press like this, and okay, let's say, okay, this is my thumbnail, which is not performing that good. So I have to simply change that thumbnail, and basically that is the thing that I wanted to achieve in this video. So yeah, also this is not a completed project, but I want to share it anyway. And yeah, basically that's for this video. And if you enjoy this video, then don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and make sure you are subscribed to this channel. Okay, so last one I want to mention is how I put this thing. This, because this thing is not given by the this thing isn't given by this YouTube thing, because I just put this thing manually. So what you can do is simply just type like this http like that thing, and put that video ID. This is all the video ID. Put this video ID over here, over this A3 sections, and you are just gonna be fine. And if I put this like this type of image, then I can also get this image of this video URL, which is pretty cool by the Notion. No, quite the Excel sheets. No, sorry, Google Sheets. I'm having trouble speaking this English because English is not my native language, so that is why I'm getting problem. So also I have to convert that thing and replace that thing with this URL thing, and I just replaces that L3, this URL which I showed you just previously, with 28 after 20 digits, and I want to replace that URL of 28 letters afterwards, and I want to change only 5 letters. I want to change that 5 letters in between that letters, and I want to replace that by this video URL. So this is a lengthy process, or that's some shitty process. I don't know, because I just found this thing today and I just learned this thing. I just tried this thing, and you can find this solution better than this. I'm not saying this is the only thing that you can get this video URL, and simply just you can get this thing, and you can simply extract that data by giving this URL in Notion database by like this, and you're going to simply transfer that URL thing over this column, and simply that URL is gonna be generated in that column. Basically that's all the thing that you are gonna be needing for that thing, URL thing, and just see what your thumbnail looks like. And basically I will just see this all this thumbnail, and I will just play with that thumbnail and create another one and create a video, change the video title or something, and like that process. Or I'm just gonna be doing nothing with this video, that thing, because I'm pretty lazy but in that thing. So yeah, I just want to share some of these automation ideas over which you guys can work on too and just create better one than me. And yeah, basically that's for this video. And if you enjoyed this video, then don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and make sure you are subscribed to this channel, and I'll catch you guys pretty soon. Peace out.